I think I've always been both an artist and an advocate, but only recently getting to do both of those together as an arts advocate. I've been a performer my whole life, back in an arts education program in public schools, and then after school, participating as a theater performer and musician and choir singer. And my background is in advocacy and policy. I have a degree from the Biden School of Public Policy where I learned the importance of government helping to solve key issues in the community, and got to work for 8 or 9 years as an education policy advocate. And so when this opportunity arose to work for the Delaware Arts Alliance doing arts advocacy, I threw my hat in the ring so quickly to jump at that chance. And the power of advocacy, right, is helping people that maybe don't always know how a bill becomes a law or how advocacy works, access that power. And there's just so much potential we have as leaders in the arts advocacy space to help people understand how they can share their individual story about what it's like owning a creative business or being an artist or being an art educator, and share that with our elected officials at the right time with the right key talking points. And so there's a lot of power in that. The work that I'm doing here on Capitol Hill today, we do with our advocates back in Delaware. I'm regularly training, the boards of our nonprofit arts associations or individual artists on how to talk to their elected officials, when to talk, what data points to share. And so, yeah, I'm getting a bit of that today, of getting to sort of walk the walk myself, of getting to represent them. AFTA makes it easy for me to know when those right moments are to exercise advocacy, because they're tracking all of the pieces of legislation and all of the budget process that's moving at the federal level, which lets me focus most of my time on the state where I live and our state advocates and working with our state and city and county officials. And so knowing that AFTA can, watch over everything at the federal level and then tap us on the shoulder and say, hey, now's the time that it really matters. That's, I think, a great value add. I'm fortunate in Delaware. I really haven't run into yet those people that just can't connect in some way to the arts. And maybe that's naive, or maybe I just haven't found them yet, but it's pretty well understood that the arts are economic drivers. They're important for health and education and history. I think the next phase of that, for us at least in Delaware, is, okay, if we've helped build that understanding, then what? How are we really breaking down silos and creating funding connections, policy connections between sectors that maybe don't always talk together? And at least conceptually, I think people are really beginning to understand, and the tide has turned, that the arts are economic drivers. They're important for culture, they're important for community, important for health. I think we're hopefully at a phase now where, so what? And if we understand that connection, what can we do about it? And I know that there are a lot of bills that we're here asking for support of, that AFTA is helping coordinate, that do that and form connections between the arts community and small business, arts and veterans affairs, arts and education. So I think I'm finding myself arguing less that the arts should matter and just more a matter of how can they work together.